Rohan Karyappa. Is that your legal name?
It's actually tough.
How much did you score in 10th grade?
I'm not going to tell that.
This is going to be the thumbnail. Karyappa says the N-word. What does Dr. Zeus do? Who is the most popular celebrity's contact you have on your phone? Do you think you can give him a call right now?
And then we can move on to the next question. If it goes.
Listen. Don't play all that. What happened in MTV Hustle? Hey, I'll sneeze, bro. Welcome to the season finale of ScoopWhoop Desibels. We're going to be talking about the fifth element and the most underrated element of hip-hop. I'm going to put this in my eye. No, I'm telling you, I swear. The last 4 episodes, we've spoken about the artistic expression of hip-hop, which is rap, breaking, DJing and graffiti. In this 5th episode, we're going to talk about element of knowledge. And we have someone very special in for y'all today. We have Snoop, SNDOGG in the house, but he's stuck in Bangalore traffic, so he won't be making it. We have someone better. We have our very own Rohan Karyappa in the house. Alrighty, sir. Rohan Karyappa in the house. So glad to have you here.
Thank you, Sundaresh. Very formal beginnings to this podcast.
Cool. So before we jump into the whole subject of history of hip hop in India and how it grew up,
right,
let's just do like a good starting point to it. Before we go into it, I would like to hear from you. The element knowledge. So what does the element of knowledge mean as an element of hip-hop?
Right.
And why is it, let's say, arguably the most underrated element of hip-hop?
Right. So knowledge, basically when Africa Bambaataa coined this later after the first 4 elements, he actually meant that in your language, in your rap, you should be firstly providing knowledge to the audience, secondly empowering audience in some ways or the other, because that time there were no content creators giving you knowledge about hip-hop. That was the time hip-hop was being created.
We didn't have Rohan Karyappa back then. That's what you want to say.
That was the time when hip-hop was being created, and they wanted hip-hop to have this ideology that it's anti-establishment, and if you're going through something, hip-hop is there to lend a hand and empower you a little bit. So this was the initial meaning of knowledge, but now since the genre has grown, the meaning of knowledge and a lot of other words that were coined initially have changed. Like the word MC meant completely different in the 80s and now it means completely different.
You mean in Hindi or just in like...
Hindi, it is always the same. Only in the hip hop perspective, it has changed.
You mentioned this name Africa Bambaataa. Just a quick touch upon him so we also know, like...
He's a part of the holy trinity of hip-hop. Basically, 3 people who started hip-hop in the East Coast. First one is DJ Kool Herc, second one is Africa Bambaataa, and third one was Grandmaster Flash. Kool Herc started hip-hop on 11th of August 1973. That is the most widely accepted date.
Yikes.
But a lot of people from Africa Bambaata's side claim that he was the originator of hip-hop, but the widely accepted fact is that it is DJ Kool Herc in a Bronx party.
I didn't know there was a birthday to hip-hop.
Yeah. So we celebrated 50 years 3 years ago.
Oh, makes sense. It was more like, I thought it was more of a seasonal than a date thing.
Yeah.
Good that we have it. Interesting. I think when you told initially hip-hop started as a cultural moment, as a voice for the people, it has played the same role in India as well in some other way. It's been a voice for Indian...
But it has not been that conscious in India. It was initially, but slowly that conscious hip-hop is losing relevance throughout the world because now there are different people talking about political issues and all of those. So rappers and hip-hop is slightly taking a back seat.
I think also why I feel like conversations like these are important because you get to pause and be like, wait, why am I doing this for?
Right.
It gives you that headspace and a zoomed out space to like recalibrate why we are promoting this culture or staying true to this culture. Insane. And you also told about how India has had its own history in hip-hop and its own evolution, how hip-hop grew up in India.
Correct.
Right? So while we are talking about that, just so we make sure we have like a proper timeline in which we speak, we have Desibels here where we have...
Reminds me of my school.
Chalo,
Cool.
Okay. So we have a couple of topicals compiled by our team. The reason why we have 3 balls is we have divided the entire timeline of DHH into 3 parts.
Wow.
Let's say inception and the middle of how it propagated and the current DHH.
Great.
Right? So we'll just pick up a couple of topicals. Anything we have to touch upon that, we can go accordingly.
Awesome.
In no priority of order of topics. We are picking up at random.
Oh, great.
Right? So we shall start off with I just want to call it phase 1.
Phase 1.
Right? Phase 1 is where, let's say, we started to find spottings of hip-hop in Indian mainstream media.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
So what would be a good timeline for that?
It's actually difficult to categorize because are we talking about hip-hop or are we talking about rap? So these are 2 different things. Now, if we talk about rap, it goes back sometimes even 500 years ago because we had this thing called kavit in our Indian scriptures, which is rhythmic speech, which is basically the definition of rap. And then
Rhythm and poetry, correct, yeah.
Yeah, but it is basically rhythmic speech,
Correct.
what rap is. And then hip-hop adopted rap to be a part of the genre. So the beat, that is hip-hop. And then on top of that, when rhythmic speech was added, it gave us this new genre.
A question then. Let's say what you told us, of kavit, of what it came in, it makes it hip-hop because it's on a hip-hop beat?
Sort of, yes.
Okay, so it comes into the genre of hip-hop once it's done in this realm of the art
and
form.
it is very murky. Like you can have hip-hop beat. So there's this track, 1998 track called Kehta hai pal pal tumse. Kehta hai pal pal tumse. That had a hip-hop beat, but it's but that is a proper hip-hop beat, but no signs of rap. So what do you call it then? So it is a murky road and it is a little blurry road. So we just tread our way through.
You
just wanted to finish it. Okay.
Oh yeah. I remember those old school remixes also of this song. Okay, fair enough. So if I have to make like a, let's say, a range, I don't want to put like a year to it.
Okay.
Like, let's say a range of this thing.
We'll end the first phase by 2000. So I'll complete
2000s.
the first phase.
Whenever it started to 2000s.
Yeah.
Works? Okay, cool. I shall go first, sir. Let's go. Hip-hop's entry into Indian cinema and Indian mainstream media.
Okay, again, I'm using hip-hop's definition to be rap because hip-hop
Fair enough.
as a culture was not prevalent before 2000. Yeah. So first recorded rap that in Indian cinema is dated back to 1956. Kishore Kumar in this track called Kuएं में डूब के मर जाना. अच्छा ख्याल है आपका दीजिए मुझको पता अपने बाप का आपके बाप को चिट्ठी के जरिए बता दूंगा. Okay, that is the first.
MC Kishore Kumar.
Yeah, and Kishore Kumar then went on to rap in a lot of his songs, and if you read a couple of his books, you'll realize that some of these tracks were completely freestyled because he lost a lyrics one day prior while eating samosas. So Kishore Kumar is a subject in himself, but Kishore Kumar, Ashok Kumar, there's a track called from this movie called Padosan, Ek Chaturnar, that also is sort of that jugalbandi that has that rhythmic speech. And then in 1980s, Kishore Kumar passes the baton to our OG JJ.
JJ as in
Javed
Jaffrey. Not J. Jonah Jameson. But yeah.
Yeah. In this track called Bol Baby Bol, where JJ has his first rap verse, which is in English. And also in the same movie, this is Javed Jaffrey's debut movie, so he performs popping for the first time in India.
Correct.
So that's a landmark. Then we come to 90s. There were a lot of music directors like Anu Malik, like A.R. Rahman, trying to include rappers in the movies. So Anu Malik, for example, had Baba Sehgal. For example, had Devang Patel in this movie called Gambler. Yes. A.R. Rahman had this Patti rap, which was very popular in 1994.
Yeah. Patti rap, yeah.
Which was, again, 90s is made up of that era. And then in 1998, we have Javed Jaffrey coming back in Bombay Boys with Mumbai tracks.
Mumbai is the major place where you survive if you've got the bass.
Very important track.
Pivotal.
But the problem with rap in this era is not a lot of rap is written by rappers themselves. We had different lyricists. So for example, Meri Marzi was not written by Devang Patel. It was performed by Devang Patel. Yes, there were voodoo rappers. There was Baba Sehgal who was writing his own rap most of the time. But anything that featured in Indian cinema, I think lyricist had written all the lyrics.
Got it. Makes sense. It's same as how music and like songs are being produced in any movie. Got it. So it goes from the voodoo rapper kind of scenario to mainstream, from Kishore Kumar actually.
Yeah.
Sorry. Kishore Kumar to voodoo rapper to Baba Sehgal.
To Anu Malik rapping as well. Kali Kali Aankhein is the track where he has rapped.
मैं मिला तो मिली तू मिली मैं मिला दुनिया जले तो जले प्यार करेंगे तुझ पे मरेंगे धक धक दिल ये करे.
He has a rap section.
Got it. Fair enough. Okay. I think we can go for the next one.
Baba Sehgal and the First Wave.
Let's go. Yes,
Okay, so I have to give it a precursor. So
yeah.
whenever we're learning any skill, for example, when you have to now learn b-boying or rapping, you have to first copy someone in the first 1 year. You cannot really develop an original sound. But it is a very important phase for you to set up the base. So the first phase of Baba Sehgal is that ugly phase, which is not very original, but it is very important for laying the foundation. So his first album, which is called Thanda Thanda Pani.
मैं 5-star होटल पहली बार गया मैंने देखा पानी से भरा स्विमिंग पूल आया मैनेजर बोला बैठिए प्लीज सर आपकी सेवा में मैं हाजिर हूँ.
Is sort of a bootleg remix of Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby.
I sit back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly.
Having said that, yes, he is the pioneer of a rapper who wrote his own lyrics and produced an whole album. So kudos to him for that, and his contributions is respected even now.
I think Baba Sehgal as a rapper and artist himself, maybe just because maybe his rhymes are a little bit more on a satirical rap or like a very simple this thing,
Right.
people don't see him as a pioneer when they think of it. But he actually did put out a...
Yeah. So the problem
album
is
that way,
when you're active post your prime, people forget your prime.
True. Oh, yeah.
So that happened
makes a lot
with
of
Baba
sense.
Sehgal is what I feel, because now all of these Aloo Ka Parantha, people, Gen Z, at least people who follow rap now, think of him as, Aloo Ka Parantha rapper. Not knowing that he actually was a very decent rapper when he started off.
Right. Awesome. Okay, cool.
Finishing the first phase.
Let's go, sir.
Okay.
The last one. JJ enters the scene.
Okay, nice.
Yes, we are going back here.
Yeah, Javed Jafri is an absolute legend. I consider him to be a proper OG of hip hop
Correct.
in my eyes.
Correct.
Because firstly, we spoke about him popping in one of the Bollywood movies, which is unheard of before he did it. Then comes his rapping, where he rapped in Bol Baby Bol and then Mumbai. But I think one of his biggest contribution was this rap show called Boogie Woogie.
Was it a rap show?
Oh, sorry. Did I call it a rap
A
show?
rap
It was
show,
a dance show called Boogie Woogie.
I think you're
pardon me.
still stuck in the empty hustle.
we don't say that.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so Boogie Woogie, the first dance reality show ever.
Biggest, bro, yeah.
Yeah, it came out a decade before So You Think You Can Dance, which in itself shows how original Indian TV was back then.
Oh, I think if I take the timeline, when I was looking up about it, So You Think You Can Dance came 2004-5 era.
Correct.
Boogie Woogie came 90s mein,
Yes,
96.
Yeah.
1996.
Yeah.
Insane, yeah.
That's what. So the Boogie Woogie sort of showed us that we can create something original that can be copied outside, or that can be that can inspire a lot of people outside. Whereas now I think we've become those followers in terms of media in most of the cases. But yeah, Boogie Woogie, brilliant show. At least introduced me to hip hop thanks to their dance groups that used to come. There was this group called Rohan and Group. Then they used to win every single battle. There was Amit Rokde who was a part of that group, who used to win every single solo competition that used to happen. Then came in Fictitious Group, who later turned out to be Suresh and Vernon Group, and they actually won World Hip Hop Championship.
Kings United.
Yeah, they again renamed themselves as Kings United. Won. So, and then they used to have such meaningful conversations around dance, which I think the shows that followed never had. The shows that followed were very entertaining, really popularized dancing, popularized dancers. So Dharmesh, Jai Kumar Nair, all of these people who were in season 1 of DID were already winners in Boogie Woogie, and then they went on. But and they got a lot more famous, no denying that. But the kind of knowledge that the 3 judges were dispersing, कि यार ये जो है वो international standard है, ये head spin, ये windmill, all of those terminologies, at least I heard for the first time via Boogie Woogie. So kudos to Javed Jafri for that.
I mean, I think I really hope the thing is the era of Boogie Woogie continued for a very long time.
Yeah.
I really hope in the further this thing we get to speak about it more also, because I feel like this deserves a lot more this thing. But like you told, Javed Jafri bringing in a lot of original styles to Bollywood, let's say. I think there was this music video he danced for. It was, I think, called Habibi Baby, something like that.
Okay.
He's done a lot of breaking in it. A lot of people know Javed Jafri through Takeshi's Castle,
true.
right? That's where they get introduced to, where he blew up in fame. I mean, even before that, but he got into mainstream recognition through that. In a way, it's a great way for us to pay homage to him, where he was much more talented as an artist even before Takeshi's Castle came into his lap. Makes sense. I think this is a good phase 1 of us trying to see the inception.
Yeah.
Right? So we shall move on to phase 2.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Okay. So before we jump into phase 2, what would be a decent division of era over this thing?
2000 to 2013-15 would be a good era.
2000s. Yes, 2000s I think had a lot of interesting
Yes.
experimental era of Bollywood, which
Absolutely.
I love. I think even till today they make the remake version of what happened in 2000. So interesting stuff. You go first this time.
Okay. What is this? MC Blase and the 2000s. Oh, very poetic. Actually, if you had asked me who is more pivotal in 2000s hip hop, I would have named Blase. So I was mentioning how in 90s a lot of rap was being featured, but none of them were actually written. At least most of them were not written by the rappers themselves. I think the person who changed that in hip hop and Bollywood was Blase, and also credits to A.R. Rahman, because A.R. Rahman sir got Blase into Bollywood. So movies like Satya had 2 rap tracks. One of them was Chori Pe Chori, where Blase sir featured, and apart from that there was this track called Oh Humdam that featured Praveen Mani, who rapped in the initial section. Again, filler raps, but
I don't need Halloween to be tricky.
And apart from that, Bunty and Bubbly's promotional song, that BNB.
Hell yeah! Listen, I've been like, I think that was my first exposure to actual hip hop when I saw.
Really?
Bunty or Bubbly. It is called B&B Rap, which comes in after credits if you buy the CD.
Ready, sit down, let me tell you a little story about 2 cool cats, Bunty or Bubbly.
Right? This was very iconic for 2 reasons. One thing, I think around 2003 is when Bunty or Bubbly came. I might be wrong.
2004 is what I'm guessing, but
somewhere around that time, right? That time to have that kind of rap cadence and rap flow in Bollywood, insane. Second thing, if you notice, the entire video, Amitabh Bachchan has lip-synced the entire rap sequence. That too in that, that proper police wala gamcha
So I'll tell
scenario.
you one more thing. Amitabh Bachchan has rapped before this.
Okay.
So there was this song in 90s, I'm not recalling the name, where he took Harivansh Rai Bachchan's poetry and he said it in a rhythmic manner, which sounds more like rap. So I think he was used to it before he had to lip sync.
Mad. I think that's where also Abhishek Bachchan got his skills genetically.
So, and then I think there was another very cult Bollywood movie, Rang De Basanti, where Blase sir had his own little section.
There was one more thing I wanted to talk about in the industry.
Right.
Like how you told rap sequences just came as filler spike elements in this thing, not as a standalone art form. Maybe we were probably subconsciously consuming it and we didn't distinctively make it like we're consuming hip-hop maybe.
No, it depends on how much weightage does the track give to the rap. Is that the most, for example, just few years later, 2008 I think we had the first track that had rap in the forefront and everyone sang along to that rap, and that was Abhishek Bachchan's Ek Main Aur Ek. So that was again a rap, and you can categorize it as a proper rap track, as opposed to anything else where यहाँ पे मेन स्ट्रक्चर है और बीच में ब्रिज की तौर पे हमने एक फास्ट इंग्लिश रैप रख दिया है, और हमने मे बी एक गाने के इंट्रो में इंग्लिश रैप रख दिया जिसमें हीरो अपना चश्मा उतारेगा, कूल है बिकॉज ही इज एंटरिंग हिज कॉलेज डेज. सो या that's that. So
persona
yeah
way. I mean when, like I was telling, when I listened to BNB for the first time, I had YouTubed it 100 times. The thing is, if you actually see in the entire movie after credits, MC Blaz is never given the credits. And even today, if you go to YouTube and type on, look up the video, the lyricist over there says Gulzar,
because he wrote Kajarare and basically all the other tracks. Okay,
for a split second I was like, obviously Gulzar Saab is an amazing lyricist. I'm like, MC Gulzar had no clue. But I think over time credits also, it became a prominent thing where people got into this thing.
Now I think so back then credits actually meant a little lesser. Then 2012 there was a big judgment where lyricists will also get a little bit of royalty, and all of those things came in. So now credits have become a lot more prominent and important. So now you can't mess around with credits. But back then I don't think it was that substantial.
Got it. Just a last word on MC Blase, because that's the topical. MC Blase has done a lot of pan-India stuff, which I think was very helpful in making it a pan-India art form.
Right.
Maybe things like what JJ didn't reach the southern tip, maybe, because it was still in a Bollywood mainstream.
Right.
MC Blase has done a lot in Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi.
Right.
The thing is, we have consumed him subconsciously. We just haven't, given the distinction. Okay, it was him.
Correct. That's absolutely bang on.
Things like Chammak Chalo he's done. Things like Rajnikant's, which is that
Shivaji.
Yeah. The One in Sunlight, that one, that's him. So a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
Props to him, man. I think he's still out there killing it.
Yeah.
I saw one of his reels where he went to Veer Das's show and he just stood up and did a rap sequence live for him.
Veer Das, he's the king of the laughs, ruling with his jokes from Bollywood to Hollywood.
Wow.
Insane. So
crazy.
Till today, if I pick up the call and say, hey, what's up? He's like, what's up, my brother? So he still has that going on.
Yeah.
Right? So, yes, MC Blase era is one more important one.
A very important milestone where rappers got to write what they wanted to write and still be featured in a Bollywood song. So that is MC Blase.
Insane. Wherever you are, Blase, we love you. Chalo, I think next one.
Yeah.
Oof.
What's that?
The Punjabi diaspora effect. Let's go.
Okay, that's a very, very long list of rappers. Again, so according to me, started off in the 90s with Apache Indian doing his reggae stuff. Boom Shakalaka.
Indian.
Yeah. And then their entry in hip hop is also around the Blase entry with this track called The Dance With Me.
Oh,
Dance With Me.
Dance With You.
Yeah. So it is Rishi Rich, Jaggi D, and one more, Jay Sean. So these three. So that, according to me, for 2002, that is a phenomenal rap. Like you can listen to it right now and be like, oh, kya flow kiya.
Still be entertained.
Yeah. That is a very good rap.
I mean, I just want to be in that era where these kind of songs start to play in the club for the first time.
Yeah.
It would be such a head turner.
Yeah.
And I would like to mention, I'm not sure if it's from the same era because you mentioned Rishi Rich. There was this crew or album, I'm not sure. It's called The Streets of Bollywood.
Okay.
So I think there were other rappers, Kamike, Rishi Rich. These people took like old songs of Bollywood, they remixed it into...
It is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is 2004 release, if I'm
not too sure of this.
Yeah, it is a 2004 release, which again features this track in that album as well. So yeah, that is again Rishi Rich featuring.
I remember Rishi Rich being there were tracks like City Boy, very good stuff, very good pioneering stuff back then. The combination of the old songs to new house, new age hip hop, it was done back then. I think that would be a good time.
And I think this, so Diaspora was, according to me, the first gen that inspired the next gen to make different sort of music. Because they were close to West, where actually hip hop sound was being developed, and these guys knew desi language. So they were making Western beats, proper Western nice beats, and then speaking what desi people would say. And then whenever UK radio stations or BBC Asian had to play these songs, they would address it as desi hip hop, and that's how sort of we got this name of desi hip hop. Ki South Asian people rapping on a hip hop beat, desi hip hop, and then which was later popularized by Bohemia by actually hammering this term whenever he went out to perform. So yeah, we also had our first female rapper in that is hardcore, who sadly self-sabotaged her career very massively. Again, very not take anything away from whatever she did.
She's
when
done,
she,
exactly.
Amazing work in Bollywood. Apart from that, Bohemia, superb work, and he's still doing. You
cannot. Although maybe in the definition of DHH, there's a hip hop. You can probably Bohemia Bhai, it comes a little bit outside that border, but you cannot say DHH without Bohemia's contribution here. Yeah.
So Bohemia sort of inspired the next gen, the Mafia Mundirs, the Seedhe Mauts of our scene. So yeah, cannot really talk about DHH without mentioning
Bohemia.
him. Yeah,
makes sense. And also, just for my clear understanding as well, the reason Punjabi diaspora adopted hip hop first, was it because of a lot of Punjabis in UK, a lot of Punjabis in Canada, that kind of scenario?
Yes.
So
absolutely,
a lot of people when they went there, you can still see those people being very true to their culture even there. It's not like they get too bought into the culture over there.
True. No, so it is a good mix. So that's why it became so popular. It's a good mix of desi and Western. And as an aspirational culture in India, we saw that and we were like, yaar, yehi apne ko sunna hai. Whatever they're talking about, whatever they're flexing, like the Imran Khan, for example, how can we miss him? Whatever he's flexing, how good is this music video? Why we have not been able to create that sound, that music video here. So that sort of inspired the whole next gen कि अपने को ऐसा बनना है, ऐसा sound करना है, या फिर हम ऐसा sound करके भी we can still look cool talking in our own language.
I think now that you learn it, maybe the hip hop music sounded a little bit different than what we have right now. Maybe because Amplifier, how it sounds, banger for sure. It sounds a little different than what we have right now as evolved DHH as well, right? And other artists like Dr. Zeus also came in during into pop this
Ishq
time.
Vector,
Ishq Vector with hip hopper,
yeah.
Alrighty, sir. To the next one.
Okay. What else do we have? Where were the current DH stars then? Honey Singh, Seedhe Maut, etc. Seedhe Maut, I think, was still getting inspired till at least 2013-14. I don't think Seedhe Maut were in it. Although Youngster, Frappe Ash, they were still making rap music.
Got it.
So there's this track called Desi Hip Hop by Youngster, which released back in 2010. Frappe Ash 2008, he had Emptiness, you know that song Emptiness remix?
The only Emptiness I know is Rohan Rathore.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
So I think Frappe Ash has a remix on that.
Oh. Okay.
Badmash was making music at this time. The guy who is attributed as the first beef rapper of DHH. He was making songs back then.
Insane.
Honey Singh went to, I think, Trinity School of Music, learned production, came back, formed Mafia Mundir. By the end of 2010, Mafia Mundir started to break out when Badshah and Raftar left. Was only left with young Amli, who turned out to be Ikka, and Lil Golu, who is still Lil Golu. And eventually 2012 was his, I think, breakout album, International Villager, after which he did not look back at
all. Insane. And also, if you see a lot of old Honey Singh songs, he does a lot of English rap first.
Yeah.
Is that something, okay, we'll probably cut this, but is that something he still does? A lot of English rap?
Not a lot. But that time, so again, that time, they never thought कि एक हिंदी में रैप करके हम cool लग सकते हैं. Badshah's first name was Cool Equal. and he used to do English rap. Raftar used to do English rap. Everyone basically used to do. Badmash used to do English rap. Everyone was into a little bit of English rap initially because just वही है जो सुना है वो copy करेंगे and then we'll find out
your own
original.
flavor.
Yeah,
makes sense.
so everyone started off with English and then found out this market. कि अरे यार.
Oh, I think I've even seen like old videos where Raftar Bhai was like a background dancer in a movie. I think even he was also there in DID, which also
DID doubles. First season he was he
was a
won
breaker.
Takdeer Ki Topi, and then I think few years later he was still into dancing. He danced behind Imran Hashmi.
I'm not sure which movie it is. I just remember seeing him in the background.
Jannat would be my guess.
Oh, Jannat is a. The songs are like pretty good in that. We have to go probably see it. Editor, do research. Thank you. Anyone else in that era whom we need to speak about?
Style Bhai. A huge shout out to Style Bhai because again, late 2000s and early 2010s, massive amount of work in Bollywood with absolutely no recognition.
Yeah.
He has rapped for such popular tracks. One of them I can remember off the top of my head because I know the story behind it. I Papi करके गाना था किस्मत connection का.
I Papi.
Yeah, that track. That was actually original track. Style Bhai का track था, and he gave it.
Insane.
Yeah.
Sold it to the movies. This thing.
And then apart from that, he has a lot of rap section in this 2-3-4 years section. 2-3-4 years timeline. Also, Raftar had theory that voodoo rapper is Style Bhai.
Oh,
but
okay.
I actually had a lot of time in my hand, so I went back. I checked the pronunciation for similar words, and it was not the same. So
I thought you went to AI, checked the facial recognition.
No.
Thing.
Actually, that's not a bad.
We know what we're going to do right after they say cut.
Yeah.
Cool.
I did AI voice matching, and it did not match. It was some 4% voice matching, but face matching is a better.
Maybe he did the voice modulation just so he could mess with us.
Yeah.
Maybe he's looking at this episode and thinking, fools. God damn, huh? I think one other name I would like to bring up, although they don't come from the Indian subcontinent, it comes from Singapore. This rapper Yogi B.
Oh, yeah.
Yogi B, and he had this crew Yogi B and Nachatra.
Yeah.
So Yogi B was a Singaporean Tamil rapper. I think the first time I heard, the biggest track, Madai Thirandu also, even the video setup he had and the entire drop of this thing was insane.
True.
Damn, it's gonna blow. Maybe you should know.
Right? I think he was a big pioneer in getting Tamil rap music a lot into the scene as well.
Right.
Especially in the South and in the clubs bring in. Just asking, does DJ Chetas come into this era?
He does, but I don't know if I can categorize
a hip-hop artist.
Yeah.
I think every other music I got out of YouTube always had that tag.
Yeah.
At some more other point, it's like the equivalent of DJ Khaled now.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that goes for phase 2. Before we jump into the next one, speaking about the Orkut game of the rap culture where it started to grow.
Yeah, and also a huge shout out to Machas with Attitude. We are in Bangalore. We can't mess around with Dons of Bangalore. Yeah.
Machas with Attitude featuring Brother V, Vignesh, Sumuk Mysore, Smokey the Ghost, and Big Nick, Nikhil.
Yes.
Let's go. I think I remember seeing them in, Times of India or some news.
Do you know about the beef with, small beef with Honey Singh?
Oh, tell me more.
I don't know if they remember it or not, but Chennai Express. Do you remember Chennai Express?
The only thing I remember is in Bangalore Rap Cypher, Smokey actually has a verse on Honey Singh.
Even,
Yeah, I was
without the bees, how can you make the honey sing?
I was thinking about this funny thing. Without the bees, how can you make the honey sing?
Yeah.
Oh, that is his ending bar.
Thinking about this funny thing. Without the bees, how can you make the honey sing?
So the thing is, when they made this track for Chennai Express called Ready Steady Po, it was supposed to be a proper track, which was an important track in the movie.
Okay.
But then at last moment they saw कि अरे Honey Singh से हम बात कर सकते हैं, and they got then Lungi Dance, which became the promotional track, and then this took the end credit.
No.
And they were very pissed. I remember seeing posts by Brother V because I used to be a huge fan of Brother V back then. So I remember seeing posts from Brother V, ye kaise kar diya and all of those things. So yeah, that is something that a lot of people might have forgotten or might not know. So
MWA trivia.
it was me reminding all, scratching all the scars that Brother V and Smokey might have.
Yeah, he was there in the first episode, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll let him know. Moving to phase 3, which is the current DHH scene, which I would like to call. A lot of things to be spoken here.
Yeah.
Lot of evolution of hip-hop has happened now. Lot of pioneers have carved the way for new artists to come in, to new voice to come in.
True.
Right? Hand the ball. Let's go.
Okay, what's that? Best DHH artist currently. That is straight. Okay, I have an answer for this, but it is obviously, it's not best, it's my favorite because...
Listen, don't play all that.
I'll tell you my criteria very quickly. It is firstly, great discography, great songs that I listen to, good reach, and also amazing projects. So these are a few check boxes that I have when I decide my favorite artist, and it is Seedhe Maut. They have some of the best projects in DHH. They have some of the best songs.
Makes sense.
They are not very niche. They know how to balance out the work. So yeah,
Great performers also.
Oh,
even in their live
superb
listing.
performers, yeah.
Right? And okay, let's say, at least I'll make this fair. Give me top 5 at least of the current DHC.
No, but that will be very recency bias of sorts because then I'll have an artist called Naam Sujal who is fairly new, but I've been listening to him a lot because
That's
of
fine.
his
Current favorite of this thing.
Current favorite, okay, yeah, that makes
Current
it easy.
favorite,
Not
rather
all
than
time, not the all
yeah,
time.
current
Okay, yeah,
favorites,
that makes it easier. So it is Seedhe Maut. It is Naam Sujal, who is amazing. There is this artist called Bhadrankar, who's another very new artist who I'm looking forward to.
Nice.
I can just name Encore once again, but no, that will be cheating. So I would say Youngster, again, a very good artist. And then I can maybe name Krishna.
Krishna, obviously. Nice. Fair enough.
And again, another artist that we missed from phase 2, Krishna, was actually trending on YouTube.
Oh.
First Hindi rapper to actually trend on YouTube.
What Krishna started off, he has another MC name, no? He had
Young Prospect.
Young Prospect, yeah.
So he made this track called Kaisa Mera Desh, conscious rap, which was trending, which was, I think, the first proper hip-hop track that trended on YouTube.
Insane. Editor, cut ke wapas. Next one, can go.
Come on, I will go for it.
Yeah.
What is the current DHH scene missing? So Africa Bambaataa, when he gave 5 elements of hip-hop, he also gave 4 principles of hip-hop.
Okay.
Then those 4 principles are peace, love, unity, and having fun. None of these principles apply to DHH at this point in time. There's no peace. There's no unity, not at all. It's divided in the most weirdest ways possible. And no one's really having fun. Like, for example, I would say 2016, although right now, music-wise, we are having the best music that we can think of in DHH. But in terms of these principles, I think 2016 would have been the era where there was a lot more peace, love, unity. There was a collaborative scene. So I would say
2026 is the new 2016. Hopefully. Bro,
What is that?
I'm not even kidding.
What is
I'm
that?
not even kidding. Beef culture or just marketing?
a bit of both, but at this point in time, it is mainly that you're going to get more views. It is a little bit of grievance, and maybe if you were not getting views, you can just keep those grievance to yourself. For example, in Kannada rap, I'll tell you, Kannada as an industry is not very pro-aggression. Like, for example, compared to North, यहाँ पे लोग गाली भी कम देते हैं. And there's no roasting culture in Karnataka. There are no roasters. So the amount of beefs that happen is very less, because अगर कोई rapper beef करता है, people will be like, you do your work. Let him do. He's doing fine. The same is not, the case is not the same in North. They enjoy this beef. So it is slightly more. So if people enjoy it, again, boils down to the same circle. If people enjoy it, they will get it.
Is it also like, let's say, that marketing term they say, no, people like to buy, they don't like to be sold. they like to think that the reason why I like this is my own idea rather than you trying to stage it for me. But in the back end, all this beef, because most of it, let's say some of this for sure is staged for both the parties.
I don't think it is staged. I'll be honest, I don't think a lot of these beefs are staged where both of the artists are like, main teko kar du, tu meko kar de. I don't think that is the case. The case is ki I have some grievance with this guy. Let me create a diss track. I'll see a surge in numbers. And let's see what happens. And if the guy responds, even better, then we'll have this. Then people have this voyeurism in them will come out कि मेरे को जानना है इनके बीच में क्या हुआ, what happened between them, who is the bad person, let me be the judge. For the first time I'm judging who is the bad person out of these two superior personalities.
Let me make one killer reaction breakdown video.
Yeah, so again, so when that happens, everyone benefits. Reaction channels views goes up, breakdown channels views goes up, Instagram reels views goes up, and these artists also, their revenue from streaming, from YouTube revenue, all of that goes up.
So is it a good thing that it's happening, or what?
It will soon be saturated, and then there'll be no meaning left in this. Everything that comes to India and everything that works in India is saturated to a point. Remixes. It was good, bhai. Achha, ek do aa gaya, badhiya bana diya. And now people just went on a roll creating remixes after remixes in every other movie. So now there's an anti-feeling towards every remix that comes. That
don't do in what was good in back in the day.
Yeah, so same is happening with diss tracks, which was very good initially. You were interested. But now it's like, thoda zyada ho raha hai. Why are you so pissed all the time?
I think it's 3 beefs are happening at the same time kind of thing usually. At any point.
And you would also see actually a reduced number of people giving it a lot of attention.
Correct. Fair enough. Let's go next to one. Oh, Indian rappers using the N-word.
That is now, it is a difficult topic because there are 2-3 things about it. Firstly, don't use it. It is
simple as that. Yeah.
Secondly, we have bigger problems in hand. Hindi rappers using N-word, okay, but Hindi rappers using Indian slangs is even worse in my opinion, because that affects people who you're catering to.
In India.
Who is listening to Hindi rap in, let's suppose, African countries or America? Very few. But people are listening to you here. So if you're using a casteist slur, for example, that, according to me, is more harmful.
Agreed. And the thing is, rap, because it's so popular and it's so consumed by a lot of people, it also has the power to normalize things.
Yeah. So again, I was confused about this question because of the very same phenomena. Because when do you ever, so I don't say that word, but when do I ever get close to saying that word? When I'm rapping.
Yeah.
So the same people who really want this word dead are the people who are keeping it alive and making me say it almost.
This is going to be the thumbnail. Karyappa says the N-word. But yeah, I think a point you mentioned of Indian casteist terms, a lot of people might subconsciously, a lot of people in India, I would still say, don't know the history where the N-word comes from.
Yeah.
And if they knew, they would probably be more sensitive to it.
Okay.
And similarly, a lot of casteist terms, if it's normalized, maybe in the north, in that community, they would know. Maybe in the south, when I'm listening to it, I would just say it out loud.
Yeah.
For example, I'm telling it just for the sake of the example.
Go for it. Go for it. That's the camera. Go for it.
I'll still say it. The word chapri also is a very casteist term because it comes from the place where people would use those chapras, which is the rooftop.
Yeah, right? So I've had this debate. So I've used this word in the past
and
in one of my channels, and then someone commented there is a casteist slur, and I looked up, and that time there was no mention of it being casteist slur. And then thanks to creators like KK Creates, who really educated people on why and how it is a casteist slur, and then when you learn, you become a better person the next day.
100%. Yeah.
So I actually, that video by KK Creates actually taught me about a lot of such words that are casteist in nature, and you would just use it normally because it was that normal.
Normalized, yeah. Maybe for me, like as South Indian, that word meant nothing to me other than just using it in a certain context.
Yeah.
But once you know the history, you're much more educated and sensitive to it.
True.
Makes sense. Next one. How do DHH artists actually earn?
Oh, there are a lot of various ways. Firstly, if you go to a label, they'll be like, sell me this song, all the master rights. So you give them song and then take money based on what your value is. A good artist can charge crores. A small artist can also charge 50, 60,000. So big range. So that is one. You give them masters. So now they can do whatever they want with that track. If some movie buys that song and pays them 1 crore, they keep the whole 1 crore.
Oh, so first initially they pay upfront of whatever, then whatever.
So this is one deal.
Huh.
The other deal is, okay, we'll give you, let's suppose, 10 lakh rupees, make music video of this track, release it via our label. Whatever revenue comes, we will take 50% of that revenue till we recoup 1.25x of it. I'm just giving you a random number. It is different for different artists based on how good your leverage is while negotiating. We'll take 1.2x of till we make 1.2x of the money we spent, and after that you can have the revenue for it. The real good money is when you license your track. For example, the Seedhe karke ek artist hai, he has a track called CBSC, Chal Be Sale Chutiye. He made this track. He's signed under Universal. Now there's this series called Dabba Cartel. They wanted a track for a scene. So they went to Universal. Ki aapke paas gana. Universal will pitch them 5-6 songs. They like this song. They'll be like, we want to place it. They don't want rights to that track. They just want to use it for that one scene.
For the segment, yeah.
So they pay this thing called sync rights, and that's what the rapper gets. This is the best because your song is getting popular because it's being Flipperachi, that Fasla track, is a sync right. The right of the track is still with Flipperachi and the label, but the track became popular. He got money for giving that track to Dhurandhar, and the track became popular and he became popular. So win-win situation. So they and then shows. Obviously, private shows, public shows.
I think, okay, so when you're still signed to a label and you do shows, the shows
Split.
revenue completely goes to the artist, right?
No, split.
To the label and the...
Yeah, again, majorly depends on how well you have negotiated, but majorly split.
Even the shows which they do.
Yeah, it depends. Again, so I've seen some bad contracts. I've seen some good contracts. So it has...
Okay, insane. I didn't know that. Alrighty. The next one.
I've seen a contract where they will not provide you a manager, but every deal you close, 15% goes to the label. Even a brand deal, even a story that you post, for example, if you make 10,000 of that story, 15% goes to that label. Plus, if you have a manager that you most likely will have, you give 15% to that. So
30% is gone over there. Yikes. Alright. Brand deals is actually another one which people run for. Insane. I think that was I don't even want to give a wrapping this thing. It was such a perfect end to it.
Yeah.
Right? I think these three are the phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 of what we are going with.
Yeah.
The timeline of DHH. Right? Got it. I think that brings me to another topic which I feel the entire team wanted us to address.
Okay.
This is something even when we were trying to figure out what kind of questions we'll be speaking about and the fact that we're getting to do this with you. I remember even when the hustle scene also had happened, you put out a video addressing the entire thing.
Right.
In that you had also told that you felt like you were fighting a battle of a lot of people because people were there watching.
Yeah.
It was my followers who were seeing, and I kind of speak for them and fight for them right now. It's not just me fighting it.
Right.
And one important point you also addressed, saying that with how everything went down, you kind of felt like you maybe failed in doing so.
Correct.
In way or not, right?
Failed in fighting. Yeah, I
failed
didn't
in
want
fighting.
to take that fight.
Yeah, take that fight up, and people were expecting me to throw a punch and I didn't want to do any of that. I think it speaks by itself in the comment section, where you can find a couple of comments of me also if you go find it there.
Okay.
Where people are actually coming and maybe in a way reminding you of your contribution to the DHH scene. I think maybe when you're making content, you might not recognize it as such because you're so into it. But if you zoom out and actually see it, in the timeline of DHH, how we did a bowl right now, maybe another 5 years if we do it, one of the chits will have Rohan Karyappa scene, for sure. For sure. And I'm sure people in the comment section also will agree to it.
Yeah.
We wanted to commemorate that moment a little bit. Maybe as for sure in the comment section they definitely tell it, but to give you something tangible to do something, we have something for you.
Oh, okay. What is that?
Right.
I'm a little nervous.
We wanted to. Where's the camera? The master. It's
is
like
that?
a KBC scene which I'm giving a check kind of scenario
Okay.
happening. We wanted to give you, on the behalf of the DHH community, we wanted to give you a small token of appreciation.
Where did you even get this image from? I'm shocked.
Just the context for the audience, you can show them what it is.
And that's another wordplay right there.
Not intended at all, I have to say.
But thank you. Really means a lot. Thank you.
It was a blind this thing that we had to do something for you.
Thanks.
Especially as a person whose comments is still there in one of your videos. I'm so glad I get to do this as a symbol of what people probably would want to do if they meet you.
Wow. Really means a lot. Thank you.
Awesome, man. I think, yes, sir, that's been it with Mr. Karyappa. And that's been the season finale of Desibels. Keep waiting on what we have in for the next season. See you soon.